guys, it's Thursday, and sorry we're a little late, but we're here. Woo! Hey! We're finally here. It's Thursday. Hey, how are you guys doing?
Awesome. It's Thursday.
Awesome. It's Thursday, and we're
one more day till Friday.
Yes, we always think about Friday.
Everyone does.
There's even more reason to think about Friday this week.
Yeah, so
we're not going to talk about that yet, though.
How's your week been going, Barry?
Busy. It's been a really busy week, to be honest. Busy with work. That's been really challenging. Gaming wise, I've had a little bit of time to game. So that's been good as well.
Yeah. Andy, how are you doing?
Yeah. Chilled, really. Not doing much, relaxing. No, I'm joking. Mainly just work and then a bit of gaming, but not enough. I've been messing around with changing things about, and I'm up to my I don't know what with leads. I am surrounded in leads, cables, just everything. And my OCD-ness is really driving me insane with the amount of leads I've currently got. But anyway, apart from that, good.
Good. Duncan, how your week been going?
It's been absolutely awful.
Nothing more to expect.
Yeah, nothing more than that. No, it's been absolutely fine. Got some gaming in. I think we're going to be touching on that, what I've been playing. And spoilers, if you've been watching other shows coming out, I mentioned some of this stuff. Slight spoilers. But yes, I have played quite a number of games, had fun, and it's been a nice chilling sort of week. No, it hasn't. It's been very busy.
Okay. So who wants to tell what they've been playing this week? Who wants to start that party? 3, 2, 1, go.
I'll go for it. I always end up going for it, so I'll go for it. I've not had as much of a mix this week. I delved into Resident Evil Village over the weekend. So I spent some time with it on Saturday, and then spent some more time with it on Sunday. To the point that I get the impression I must be relatively, based on some of the things that's been going on in the game, I feel like I'm kind of edging towards a natural conclusion. So for those that have maybe played it, I've kind of just reached Heisenberg's factory. Or I say just reached. I'm in the factory and I've kind of worked my way up through the levels. Do you know what? I've really enjoyed it. I've absolutely thoroughly enjoyed the experience. There's a few jumpy bits in there. Wouldn't be a Resident Evil game without, a few jumps, a few creepy bits. But no, I've really enjoyed kind of the story, playing through it, been brilliant.
How's the graphing on that game?
It's running really, really well. Obviously, I think if I remember correctly, Series X, if you've ray tracing and everything on, it kind of caps out at about 45 FPS. But obviously, if you don't have ray tracing on, then obviously you can easily push it to 60 FPS.
Okay, nice. That's a nice game, and it's I haven't played it myself. It looks really awesome. I did play demo. Was quite scary. It was scary enough for me. So I don't want to have a heart attack. I just remember the first Resident Evil, and I almost died with the dog jumping out the window in Resident Evil 1.
I remember that.
That was so scary. I've never seen something like that before on the screen.
The dogs were one of the best ones. That and the crawlers that were on the roof. What were they called?
Yeah.
That was in the second one, though, wasn't it?
That's scary with these dogs and this.
I think without giving any spoilers, I think probably
this is a spoiler.
It's not a spoiler. I think probably the level that kind of maybe freaked me out or maybe made me jump the most was House of Bienvento. The kind of lead to that level, and then that level was probably the kind of the freakiest point that it got. So
the lickers, that's what they're called. Oh, are they in this one? They like climb the roof. And we've got a massive tongue.
I love the word the lickers.
Yeah, that's what they were called. I didn't want to say it until I double checked it because, otherwise it's going to sound bad, isn't it? But
it is. It is. I think other than that, gaming wise, I with Kelly and Duncan played some Fortnite on Sunday.
Yeah,
which was kind of a bit of a, I want to say a bit of a first because I've not really played Fortnite before, so I was kind of trying to find my feet with it. And when we came together as a squad, we finished top 4, so we were all right. We didn't do too bad. And then I think the only other game I'd kind of dipped into this week was Trine 4. So again, I was gaming with Duncan. We were guests on Cloud Gaming Dad's show last night, and that was a good bit of fun as well.
Yeah. Nice.
I didn't realize
that was.
I'm gonna have to go watch it.
Yeah,
I missed that.
Me, Duncan, and your mama knows is like crazy.
No, not really. not that cowboy.
Leave Woody alone there.
Yeah, my name's Woody. Howdy.
Okay, so we lead up to Andy.
What have I been playing? That is a good question. I tried. So at the beginning,
I feel like a teacher sitting. What have you been playing?
I think it was about Friday. It might have been Saturday. It was after the last week's show when you were talking about how PES is better than FIFA, and I was like, I'll give it a go. And then I got beat 4 times, and I haven't gone back to it since because it's just depressing. I've never been that bad at football ever, not in real life, not alone play. So I played that. What else have I played? I can't remember now.
I love the concentration on Andy's face when he tries to think what he's playing.
I've played a bit of Rocket League. And I really wanted to get involved in the play along that you guys did on Sunday, but I didn't have a chance to, which is really annoying because I would have liked to have seen Kelly beat everyone.
I struggled to get into it, but I didn't. Yeah, so I couldn't join anyway.
But you're sorry, happy.
No.
I think you're happy about tomorrow. I'm just going to say that's a happy here.
I've been saving my gaming up. That's what I've been doing.
You've been saving your tokens up, we will say. To paraphrase someone.
Remember those days? I used to love that. That was great.
No Sea of Thieves this week?
No Sea of Thieves. I haven't had chance to do exactly. Do you know what? I had a few hours today because I did loads and loads of work about 5 o'clock in the morning this morning to try and get stuff out of the way. And instead of gaming this afternoon, I painted.
You painted? That's
painted.
That sounds like fun.
I mean, literally, we've been in this. Like, we had the loft converted about 2 years ago, and I still have to paint all the doors upstairs.
Yeah.
So I've painted one of the 3 doors that we've got upstairs.
I also have to do some more painting this summer, but I don't understand why I always do painting in the summertime.
I hate it. Yeah, it's so annoying. I don't know why. Like I say, I don't know why I decided to do that rather than switch the Xbox on and play something. But apparently, I was trying to get in people's good books. I think that's what it was.
Yeah, I understand that.
Maybe because tomorrow I'm just going to spend for the next 6 weeks playing the game that I think we're going to talk about soon.
Yep, we will indeed.
Yes. So, Duncan, what have you been playing?
I will have a think. What have I been playing? I have been playing some of the big game of last week. Can anybody remember what the big game of last week was?
That was
Mass Effect.
I've been playing some I've been playing some Mass Effect. I have been playing some Fortnite, a bit of Sea of Thieves now and again as well. What else have I been? Oh yes, I have been playing a game which came to Game Pass a couple of days ago. It is called SnowRunner.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
It is very, very interesting. It's more, it's a bit more. It looks a lot harder than it. It's a lot harder than it looks. You think, I just have to jump onto this and just go from here to here, and that's it. No, you get stuck. Yeah. You get stuck a lot, and it's a bit like what shocked me from the game. There's a bit Ubisoft sort of systems in it with the watchtowers, where you have to go to the watchtower so it opens up the rest of the map so you can see what you have to do. So I've been enjoying myself on that as well. But I have to say this, playing Mass Effect, absolutely brilliant. It has shaped up completely and utterly different. And it just reminds you of soap opera or space opera, or is that the best way of saying it?
Yeah.
I tried to get into Mass Effect when it first launched back in the 360 era, but never have. But now I am sort of, it's got its claws in me at this moment in time, and I'm actually really, really enjoying that. And it's a lot deeper than I thought it was.
It's an amazing game.
Worth a purchase.
Yes, it is worth a purchase.
I think I might have to look at my bank account.
That game
I considered
is
it
really
the other
good.
day, and then I considered just playing the Xbox 360 version because you can get that on Game Pass. But then I thought, no, it doesn't look quite as good. Obviously.
Yeah, it doesn't look as good, and it's the 60 FPS as well. The 60 FPS is just a big difference. You can just, I think we've talked to about this, no matter what it is, 60 FPS is just such a different thing now, and you just know it is just so noticeable now, and especially in cloud, as we are cloud-based store place. When if it's not 60 FPS, you just pick up on it straight away. I just like the trend. Touch wood, and I hope it continues that most games are going to be 60 FPS, because give me 60 FPS 1080 with bells and whistles, and I am more than happy.
Yeah. That game you played, the SnowRunner, I also tried. I gave up. I couldn't move the car. I just said, nope, this is not for me. Thank you. So
explain this game to me then, Duncan, because I don't know. Is it like, do you have to learn how to drive it?
Yeah.
In basic terms, yes.
Yeah. Is it basically like Farming Simulator, that kind of thing?
I wouldn't say to that extreme, but yes. No, it's just imagine you're playing a game where you're stuck in the mud, basically, and you have to move your trucks and do pickups and deliveries and things like that, but you're stuck. It's not mud, but it's like ice and snow and all that sort of carry on.
So it's Ice Road Truckers, but the game.
Yes.
Right.
That's a better way of saying what it is.
I'm almost tempted to play it now.
The good news is it is on xCloud as well, so you don't have to download it. You can just jump straight into it.
That sounds really good. And what, just like hook it up to something like this?
Yeah. Yeah, that's
right. I'll catch you later. I'm just
yes, but that is the thing here. If you're lucky enough to have a Series X or Series S, you can still just use xCloud to try out the games before you actually download them onto your system. Yeah. So instead of having to download the whole full game, you can just jump straight into it and away you go and have some fun.
Yeah. It's quite a smart way to do it. So I've been playing actually a little bit because that's the problem with me. I just start something and I want to try that also. But this week I played quite much of starting back with Red Dead Redemption Online. That runs really good on xCloud. Oh my goodness! And I had some funny thing with controller when I played, because when I had it connected, it ran really good. But I felt it run even better when I connected with Bluetooth. It didn't make any sense to me, but it was running even better with the Bluetooth connection. I don't understand how that's possible, but that was really good. I tried that game that Duncan talked, that Snow Runner. I tried to move the car, didn't move at all. Minecraft Dungeon, of course I'm in Minecraft Dungeon. I love that game. That is a game I just
the new update that you showed us, the dev update, you know, the video that you did the other day, that looks really good.
Yeah, it is. I'm so hyped for that.
Yeah.
So that's go check that out. It's on Cloudy with the Chance of Games. I put it up today. It's that looks really cool. And Minecraft has always been really cool undersea. The sea levels in the other Minecraft also really looks beautiful. So that game, I'm just gonna say, just that game is just to lay back and relax for a couple of minutes, do a quest. It's so fun. And I've been doing this. I always forget the name. The Rambler Hook, the guy. What was it again? Last week I said the same thing.
Just Cause 4.
Just Cause 4. Jesus, why can't I remember that? Did more of that. But yeah, so I've been doing that. Little GTA 5. My problem, that's my problem when I have so many options. I never finish a game. I just play a little bit. There's always like 20% finished.
That's why I like those types of games where you don't have to complete them. There's no real end to them. I think that's generally like a sign of a good game that you can just like dip in and out.
Yeah,
that's I don't have a lot of time. I don't know about you guys, but I know Duncan completes everything he ever plays, but go on then, Duncan. What game have you not completed in the last week?
I don't complete that many games, believe it or not. I've got this apart from Cut the Rope. I'll have to talk to you about that after. You're going to laugh. But it's... I haven't completed a load of games here. I'm too much like a magpie. It takes me ages to complete games. And what sort of happens is I seem to complete a load of games all at once because I'm playing about 5 or 6 games all at the same time. And it's just all naturally sort of progresses to all of them getting completed at once. So it's all fun, but I have been a little bit naughty. And I have downloaded a couple of easy games to complete because I like mixing games up. I do like completing games because I think it just gives you a buzz if you know you've actually completed a game.
Yeah, it does.
Is that like so you can get your points?
Yes. We're not going to mention that.
That's mainly the reason you've done it, isn't it? Just to get the points.
Thank goodness for I can't say it. Radatinka or whatever they're called, the games who do.
Oh yeah, yes.
You know what I'm talking about. These are the games that they're a company who I'm going to tell you some of these games they actually put out are actually a load of fun, but to make them easy achievements, easy trophies. So they're like a couple of £1. They remind me of Commodore 64, where you do that sort of price where you went and just bought them for like £1 or £2, and you play them. Some of them have got a great hook, but because for me, this is how my head works here. Then games, if I get the 100%, or like I get the 1,000 gamer score in them, it's like there's no point in me continuing this game. I've already got my gamer score. Why am I going to continue to play this game? So it's that sort of thing, but I do think they are really, really underestimated. But I wish actually, but it's going to sound controversial-ish. I wish some of these games you have to actually complete the game to actually get the 1,000 gamer score. But I actually don't mind doing games. I like a bit of the 2D games. Or actually, there's one I'm playing at the moment. I've actually forgot the name of it. It's an absolute pain, but. Give me them easy games because I think they're just like a nice we always said, and it's went out from my head, it's a game just
palate cleanser.
Yes, a nice palate cleansing of a game where you can just jump in, complete it in an hour, get your 1,000 gamer score, and get it sorted there. So well worth for me anyway. Them sort of games, especially at the pounder mark or dollar mark or a couple of dollars, it won't actually break the bank.
Okay, 2 seconds.
Yes, so
Excellent.
So, do you have any? That is my dirty secret. Sort of as I get into them sort of wee games where I can get the achievement boosters or the trophy boosters. Have you stepped into them sort of things for you? Yes, Andy has. Yes,
No,
yes.
I haven't actually. I keep meaning to, right? Because I've only just, I think it was a couple of weeks ago when you did that video where it was how to get 1,000 points in. I can't remember what game it was now, but it was. Can't remember the game that you did, Barry. Yeah, and I keep meaning to jump into these types of games just to get my points because I don't get that many points, and I think it's a great way of getting some free money, really. Well, not free money, but you know what I mean. Free game pass, and I keep meaning to, but no, I haven't, Duncan. I haven't. I'm sorry.
I think you're tempted.
I'm tempted. Definitely tempted.
When Joe Barry has stepped to them levels due to my bad influence.
Yes.
My real bad influence.
Led me up the garden path.
So you're the one to blame then? Is that what we're saying, Duncan?
Yes.
Okay.
He's always the one to blame. He gets to blame for everything.
Even when he's done nothing wrong.
See, this is the thing as well. This is why I love Game Pass and when I'm playing on the cloud as well, because as Barry showed, you can pick a couple of these smaller games up and you can boost your score if you want to go boosting your score. But it's not even about boosting your score. You can pick up a load of wee games which are easy to complete in a couple of hours. And I think we really, really need more of these smaller sort of games. And I think Game Pass is the perfect platform for it because I know a lot of people. I'll be frank here. I seen how long Resident Evil was to complete 12 hours, and I'm going, I could spend money to get a game which you're going to spend longer in. And if you see games which are a couple of hours long, it sort of puts you off if they're like 10, 20 sort of pound or $10 or $20 because they're that short.
Yeah.
And I think subscriptions are an absolutely great way to showcase these games and allow people to be a bit more creative out there. And this is why I really do like the subscription model because I think we're going to see a load of these smaller games go onto them platforms just to be experimental and knowing that they can actually reach an audience.
And I think that's also because of they're using this touch control they can put on these smaller games also to people that just have a phone. They want to play a little game on the bus stop or whatever and just have a couple of minutes playing. So it's an option there. So I think that's really, really good to get these have a different options.
Do we see Resident Evil 8? Is it? We on 8?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we see it coming to Game Pass?
I can see it coming, but not still now. Not now, but
sorry, Barry.
Maybe.
I know you bought it.
Not now. Not now.
I will relieve you here and say I don't think it is going to go to Game Pass, and because of that, the documents which have came out. So I think so I don't think. I think
is that the link with Sony?
Yes, where it's basically saying they're not allowed to go into subscription services and stuff like that.
I think I'll be 12 months down the line. I can't see it doing it now, but I reckon possibly in 12 months' time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be fun just to see how all this pans out. I'm really, really, really looking forward to next month when E3 happens because it's going to be a load of fun. I'm expecting some big, massive announcements, and I think Battlefield is coming to Game Pass day one. I just get the feeling there now because of it being delayed, or the trailer being delayed until June, as what seems to be implied here, and I think that would be a massive get, and if that goes to cloud as well, that could be absolutely awesome, because I think we're going to be touching slightly on this anyway. We are starting to see a couple of EA games go into the cloud, not the big banging ones, but a couple of interesting ones, and I'm just excited to see where it goes.
Yeah, well,
I know we're gonna. Sorry.
It will be interesting. E3, I think, is going to be. Is it over 2 weeks or is it just the 1 week?
Okay, this is where it gets all interesting now. It's all up the left because of flipping Summer Game Fest, because of the COVID now. It's no longer just a big one. Basically, it used to be the shows were over about 2 or 3 days. Now it's over the whole summer. Basically, we're going to get blitz with probably a Sony one, a Microsoft one, and then it's going to be all sort of mixed up. We do know EA's is in July now.
Yes.
If I remember right. So it is. Me personally, I love the week. I just like the big blitz in June just to have it there because it's all once. But I'm also greedy. I do like the other way because it gives you a drip feed. But if I was going to say which one do I absolutely prefer, it's the blitz, because it's just like a gamers Christmas where you just get absolutely. It's a big massive. Here's all the games coming. There you go. What do you want?
Yeah. Totally agree on that.
You can't beat it, can you? That like sense of excitement as you sat there, kind of. You've no sooner caught your breath from one trailer and you go into another, and you're just like.
I know we're going to do a prediction, but I think they're going to open with Battlefield 6 on Xbox.
We're going to do. I think they're not. I think they're going to open with something else.
You do? Yeah.
Yes. Let's see if anybody else says what I think it is.
Halo?
I think they're opening with Halo again.
Yeah.
I think they're going to open with Halo and give the launch date, and that is going to be their strong opening like they did last year. And I think they're going to end on one of their new IPs at the end as a big sort of tease to get people excited. Starfield, I think we've been talking about Starfield for a while, and I think the panel was a bit mixed if it was coming this year or not. I think I said I didn't think it was.
I think I said it's coming this year.
I think it looks like this year.
I went with next year.
I think it's now going to be next year.
Apparently, Jason Schreider. Again, you may not like his politics, or you might not like how he acts on Twitter, but he is reasonably well informed. If he drops X, Y, or Z, it is you normally sort of trust that. And he is saying he is hearing it's going to be basically end of next year. We're talking like winter next year, which I don't mind. Look what happened. Cyberpunk really needed this extra year to get itself into a state, and let's hope Starfield is going. And I'm talking too much. Used to, and people talking about it, and so does. You don't like me talking.
No, I mean, I also want the game to be perfect. I don't mind if it's going to be late next year. If it's not finished, then push it. I just want this game to be good. Not and needs to be good, because I don't think anyone wants a game that is not actually finished because they want to stress it out.
Yeah,
so
definitely not. And Duncan touched on Cyberpunk there. You know, look at how PlayStation pulling it off its store. The kind of the bad rap that it got for the way it was running on consoles. We've now got talk of a class action lawsuit. They are not things that developers want to be anywhere near. And I think if there's any single thing to take from that, is no matter how much kind of frustration or hate that maybe, I mean, for starters, the hate's unacceptable, but no matter how much there is, there's always a good justification to delay the game and get it spot on, because it just ruins the experience otherwise.
It does, and I felt so. It was not good, but I felt good after I did that tweet before Cyberpunk came out. I said, "Don't be too hyped. You might be disappointed."
I think, to be fair, I guess the touch on that, then I wasn't disappointed by Cyberpunk in itself, in terms of the game, the story, the amount of hours that you can lose in it.
Yeah,
absolutely. It was a fantastic game. I really enjoyed it. Yeah. I actually haven't gone back to it since I finished it, but I'm sure when they kind of bring back DLC, and updates and that sort of thing, I probably will go back to it. But
I haven't finished it still.
I haven't either.
So the game that I have never finished, I almost finished 2 times. That is GTA 5. I was like at the end on the PlayStation 3. My PlayStation 3 broke down, and I bought a PS4 and I played it and not finished it, and now I'm an xCloud playing it and just start playing it again. I don't know what's going on with that game. I will never finish that game.
Third time lucky.
Yeah, I hope so.
And you're playing it in the right place now, aren't you? You're playing it in the cloud.
And it's really, really fun actually to play it. So we had some new games coming to Game Pass this week. Information, didn't we, Barry?
As if by magic. Here you go.
So there's a lot of great games there. It's kind of small text for me, but
shall I zoom in a bit more?
Zoom it. Yes,
that's about as far as I can go.
Yeah, it's a little bit for me, but I shouldn't maybe get some eyeglasses soon.
Oh wow! I didn't realize Plants and Zombies was coming to cloud.
Yes,
that's actually, because that's an EA game, isn't it? So that's a big.
Yep, it's coming under EA Play. So Peggle 2, Plants and Zombies, and another EA game which we'll come on to shortly, is obviously dropping into the Game Pass. It's not in cloud, unfortunately. I mean, I think we've been talking about this in kind of previous weeks. Again, we've got another announcement of a load of games coming into Game Pass, and there's probably 50% of that list is showing that it's coming to the cloud. Which is, it's exactly what you want to see. You want to see that continuing commitment to kind of bring in the content into the cloud and being able to play it in the right, it's in the easiest possible way, to fire up a browser or a mobile app and kind of whack your phone in your Razer Kishi and off you go and jump into it and enjoy it, or, browser, whatever. That's exactly. Sometimes we don't necessarily have all the time in the world, and to be able to jump in and out in that fashion, it suits the lifestyle sometimes, doesn't it?
There was one of these games that was I played today, and you can guess what game that was. If you want to. No, the catch game. That's fish. Fishing.
Any good?
I had some. It may be getting some update because it didn't. It was a little bit slow in a way to get into the game, so it need to go a little quicker. It had to load a lot, so maybe that's getting an update soon. But I liked it. But it's a game you have to have a good time and relax and. Nothing on your schedule, because it takes time to play that game. It is not like, oh, you got a fish. You have to be actually waiting for the fish in a while. So, yeah, it's like realistic.
I've noticed that as well. It's not just, so there's 5 games that are just cloud as well. Mm-hmm. So I think Plants vs Zombies is already on normal Game Pass, isn't it? On console and PC. But it's interesting that there's actually 5 there that are. Oh no, sorry, 4. Sorry, I misread that.
You had me convinced.
Yeah, just ignore that last. Just ignore the last one.
Sorted.
Is it Joyride up there?
Yeah, Joyride Turbo is up there.
Yeah, cool.
Fusion Frenzy. Obviously,
What
Catch.
is that? That looks like Gladiators.
It does. Yeah.
Fusion Frenzy. Okay, we can talk about Fusion Frenzy if you want. Fusion Frenzy was a original Xbox game, so this is another original Xbox game. So the very first Xbox game, or Xbox. So this is another one of them games going to the cloud, which is actually great to see, and it's pretty cool. And if you've got an Xbox One X, and obviously a Series X or a Series S, it's actually been upgraded as well. So that is really a really cool sort of game. And if you've got a couple of mates around, you can actually have a bit of fun with that one. Whereas me pretending like I know something again.
I'll have to give it a go.
I don't know. I was going to say the cover does, and now that you've said it, Andy, it does make me thinking of like, was it Atmosphere or something in Gladiators?
You did that. It's great show. Great. They should bring the original one back, not the Sky version.
Yes, yeah. Although they'd need new Gladiators if they were going to do that.
Oh no, I think it'd be funnier with the old ones.
Oh, some of them aren't around anymore, are they?
No, that's true.
So,
that's true. They can dig them up.
Yeah, bring back the big bad wolf. Oh dear.
Maneater looks quite good. Is it Maneater?
Yeah.
There's the EA game, isn't it? But that's console PC, right?
Oh,
and cloud.
Is it cloud? I can't see what it says. So
sorry, there's two EA games which are in the cloud.
No, then
the Peggle 2 and the Plants vs Zombie Battle for the Neighborhood.
Yeah, I think that's the one in the left corner for me. Down.
The Knockout City one?
Yeah, Knockout City. Is that EA, isn't it?
That is EA.
It is EA, but it's not in the cloud.
No, it's not in the cloud. I just saw console PC, I think. Yeah.
Okay. We may as well. We've teed that up a treat there, Andy. You can go for it now, can't you?
Well, so one of the greatest games of all times is coming out tomorrow. And if you didn't try the beta when it was out, wow, it's a good game. It really is. It'll be really interesting to see what kind of reception it gets, because for the first week or the first 10 days, I think it is, it's free for everyone who has the ability to access it. So it's on all consoles. It's on, I want to say it's on PC as well. I think it's on PC. It's not on any cloud platform. Sorry, Duncan. But it's a game where you think this looks a bit stupid. I'll play it. You might play it once, but if you do play it once, I can guarantee you're going to be addicted to it. It's just it's a one more game type game. It reminds me of, it's a new style of like a Fortnite game, I'd say.
Yeah.
It's that kind of addictiveness. I think it's going to be massive. I really do. But then I did say that about other games, and I was wrong about that. But this one is definitely going to be it.
I have to say, I'm really, when I seen when they first showcased the trailer for it, it was one that I was like, yeah, I'm really looking forward to kind of to being able to jump in and play. So I'm really glad that it's coming into Game Pass, because it looks like it looks like a great deal of fun. And I don't know about anybody else, but I just cannot get the 5Ds of dodgeball out my head. I see the trailer and I can just hear dodge, dip, dive, and dodge.
Yeah. They've been tweeting that out like gifs from dodgeball for the last couple of days, and it just made that great film.
The only thing I remember for that film is L for Love. You remember L for Love? Don't you?
I don't remember that bit. It's the only bit I don't remember.
It's a small scene there, but a little sarcasm there. But yeah, that's really...
So there's quite a few different arenas that you fight in, and well, like there are maps, but yeah, I think it's about 5 or 6 different arenas that they've got, and you've got a few different. You got your normal dodgeball, and then you've got, I think, 3 different types of balls that do different things, and that's randomly generated. So each map, when you load into it, it'll have the custom ball that's only available on that one. So it's hard to explain, but just play it.
I think it looks really cool.
It reminds me visually of, I don't know if you've ever played it, but Arms on the Nintendo Switch.
Arms, yes, I have Arms.
And it reminds me visually of that type of game, but it's nothing like that. Yeah.
My kids play Arms all the time, so this is probably a game they would like, I think.
Yeah, well, so the art style is very Arms, but the rest of it, they'll love it. They'll be addicted, but it's not Arms in any way.
No, I see that, but
there's loads to do.
Fun game.
There's a few different things that you can do to, like, a few different moves so that your opponent doesn't know how the ball's going to come at them.
Okay.
And then you've got your gliders as well, which is also awesome because you can. So if you get hit, they can knock you out of the arena, but if you're clever enough and like quick enough, you can glide back in. Nice. And there's loads of, but the customization is insane as well. The amount of different outfits.
Is it most of the paid, or do you have to pay?
So you get credits like the more you play, I think, or it was on the demo. That might have changed because it's EA. Let's face it, they like their in-game purchases as well as paying. Although this is, I think it's after the 10 days. I think it's 10 days. It's either 7 or 10 days of a free trial. I think it's £20 or $19.99 if you don't have Game Pass. But if you have Game Pass or EA Play, if you've signed up to EA Play itself.
Yeah, there is a EA Play and there is this EA Pro also. So it's like it's more like the Ubisoft Plus where you get everything.
Yeah, you get all the latest stuff, don't you?
Yeah. So I think it's the same price also, if I am not mistaken. So
I think it's $3.99 for EA Play and then $10.99 for EA Play Pro, I think.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have the...
It's something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks really, really cool. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So playing that. So we should definitely have some matches with that.
Yeah, it'll be fun. I'm going to be playing tomorrow, so if anyone wants to jump in.
Yeah. I will see if I'm...
What was that? I missed that.
That was the old Xbox slogan.
Okay. Yeah, gosh, yeah. I didn't hear that bit. That's what I didn't actually hear what you said. Doesn't matter.
Don't worry, no one listens to me. Or people do listen to me. Never mind.
Yeah, no. They listen to a little bit of what you said, about 10% of what you say, and then expand on it.
So, Barry, there was some more information we want to talk about.
I'll go back to sharing screen duties.
Yeah.
Next up, we're going to talk is the free play days. So starting today and then running until the 23rd. Obviously, if you're not a Game Pass subscriber, you will have access to Gears 5 on the free play days. And then you'll also have F1 2020.
So that's the latest version, isn't it? 2021 comes out in the July, is it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So that's the one that's on all the the platforms at the moment. Yeah,
it is. Yeah.
I get confused because some are currently in 2020 and some are in 2021, and
I know some of the sports franchises are kind of like a year ahead. Some of the year they're in, and you're like, I can't keep track. I can't.
Which year am I in?
I mean, there's certainly that there are two games, that for a free play weekend, there are two games that I can't recommend enough to jump into and play. I came into the Gears franchise pretty late, so I think my first outing in Gears was 3, and I kind of played a little bit. 4 was the first Gears that I played through to completion, really enjoyed, and then 5 kind of took it up a notch. Was really, really good. Have any of you guys played Gears?
Oh yes, day one on 360.
It's yeah.
F1 2020 is not available on Game Pass either, is it?
No, you've only got F1 2019 in Game Pass at the moment, so no F 2020.
I'm going to be playing.
I'm gonna obviously. I've played F1 2020 and other platforms, so I'm gonna jump in and give it a whirl. And I just want to see what it's like, and I can get my steering wheel out, so I can actually kind of I can put myself through my paces in this one and see
what steering wheel and pedals have you got.
I can't remember. I think I bought like a NAF set. It's like something like a Thrustmaster set or something like that. I only paid like 150 quid or something for it, so it's like not mega serious. I would love to have a full on seat.
That would be so awesome, wouldn't it?
It would be brilliant. We
had actually some of that stuff in the office where I worked, so we could have lunch break, but it was always taken. That was really, really cool. I remember that.
We did very similar. Somewhere that I used to work previously, we had a full rig kind of set up with proper force feedback wheel and all that sort of stuff. And we actually had a real bit of fun with it. We opened some offices and we did kind of a race competition. And we managed to pull in. There's a guy who's studying at uni who drives in the Clio Cup series, who's a race driver. And we kind of got him to come in suited and booted and kind of, put down some lap times and kind of everybody basically had to kind of try and see if they could beat him and that sort of stuff. And that was, it was great fun. It was absolute blast.
Yeah, it looks, it was really fun to try it out with the wheels and stuff. So free to play days. That's great. That started today, didn't it? You said, yeah,
it does indeed.
Yeah. And you want to touch on something else, wasn't it? One more thing.
I did. I scheduled. I managed to put together a nice little segue from free play days into the announcement for 2021. They've obviously announced earlier this week the deluxe edition, which is obviously they've kind of confirmed some of the tracks that are going to be in there. So obviously, I think if people don't follow F1 generally, kind of outside of gaming, it was a bit of a topsy-turvy year last year, obviously because of the pandemic. They managed to fit in like 17 races in the end. But they didn't go to some of the usual tracks. They went to kind of some tracks that they'd kind of visited in the past that they don't kind of really go to anymore. But they've kind of come back into the F1 season this year.
Mm-hmm.
And thankfully, looking at the track listings for 2021, things like the Portuguese track, which is a little bit like a roller coaster, where it kind of goes up and down and all that sort of stuff. They've got that thrown in there. The Turkey track's in there. So they've kind of added new tracks in there, which kind of, from my perspective, I'm kind of really excited to kind of be able to, being a big F1 fan, jump in and actually enjoy some of those tracks, because things like Imola and that sort of stuff, I won't have played in an F1 game since late 90s, probably. Since it was kind of in a ironically, in an EA Sports F1 title, especially considering EA have obviously acquired Codemasters. It was probably one of the last times that the Imola circuit featured in an F1 game. But they've announced obviously what's going to be included in the deluxe edition. So same as they did last year, if you are pre-ordering the deluxe edition of F1 2021, you'll get it 3 days early. So it comes out on the 16th, but you'll have access. You better download it and play from the 13th. And obviously last year they focused on Michael Schumacher. So we had the Michael Schumacher edition as the kind of the deluxe edition. But this year they've kind of thrown in some more iconic drivers. So they've thrown in Alain Prost, Ayrton Senna, and David Coulthard, Massa, and Jenson Button, Nico Rosberg, and obviously Schumi is still in there, as normal. So they're kind of mixing it up because there's a bit of they've thrown a bit of a story mode in from what I've been reading for F1 2021. But this has been the latest announcement for the F1 franchise, and it's the first time that it's properly making its outing, of course, on the Series S and Series X. So it's obviously coming to current gen. So I'm kind of really excited to see exactly what that's going to bring in terms of fidelity and and quality and frame rate and all that sort of stuff.
I'm actually looking forward to 2021. That one,
yeah,
it looks really
definitely cool. It looks awesome. I mean, just looking at some of the screen grabs. I mean, it just looks incredible. I just want to get on and play it, but
I'll just have an official date it's released then.
16th, but if you pre-order the deluxe, you can have it on the 13th
of July.
Of July, sorry. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So,
I think it hurts.
I might have to play 2020 and see how good it is, and then get addicted and end up racing with you guys. And
yeah, definitely.
Well, I really bad in that game, but I really enjoy it too. So.
And if you're a Formula One fan as well, Rocket League. Rocket League's getting the cars.
That's started today, I think, isn't it? The F1 season. Yep.
Yeah.
So, awesome. I'm bad enough at Rocket League as it is, but I'm sure I'd have fun kind of winging it round the Rocket Arena in an F1 car.
I don't know how it'd work. Because flipping a Formula One car.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting.
They're lightweight, so it should be easy to flip.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, that's true.
I heard also something with the Codemaster. Just things that I pick up in the net, but there was someone talking about the EA acquisition with Codemaster. EA were not going to touch anything what Codemaster were doing for now, it said. But let's hope they can leave them alone and do their thing. And
yeah, that's right. I seen that this week as well. They said similar to what they did with Respawn. They want Codemaster. They essentially have said that they want Codemasters to be able to retain their identity of kind of what they are, which is good. It's a positive sign because I think it was one of the things that I know me and Sammy sort of said it. When we kind of obviously were made aware of the EA acquisition, we're kind of like. Really don't want Codemasters to kind of lose everything that it does with its game, and it certainly, as it sounds, it doesn't sound like that's going to happen.
They should bring back Tokka.
Oh, Tokka was amazing.
It was so good. Tokka 2 on the PlayStation was great.
Oh,
but I feel EA had changed a little bit there. I think they're more understand what they have to do and.
I think they'll just leave it alone and just keep the money.
I think the CEO. I'd seen some stuff this week about and talk about their CEO. I've forgotten her name, but obviously she's really well regarded, and they're talking about how they kind of sat down with gamers, sat down with creators to understand exactly what the people that are buying the products want, what kind of direction they kind of obviously want them to go, and that sort of stuff, so that they can kind of start taking on board some feedback.
Yeah, I think they need good PR, so that's they have to do something with that. So it looks really good, this Codemaster. So yeah, anything else we want to share before we
I'm all out of screen shares.
Yeah. Me too. I can smile all day. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Duncan, you want to say something?
Something.
Okay.
Yes.
So,
No, I just actually like sitting back and actually listening to you guys talk there, and makes a change for me yapping away and being an absolute moonbeam.
We don't want you to put your foot in your mouth, do you?
Yeah, I wouldn't do that at all.
No, I would.
I think it's just such an exciting time for Xbox going forward here, and I'll just touch on this briefly since we were talking about it earlier in the E3, and it's sort of like. Sorry, it is confirmed from the horse's mouth that it is going to be a joint conference between Bethesda and Xbox. So that is going to be an epic show. I still want to find out more details about it. Is it going to be like a 4-hour monster show, or is it going to be 3 hours, or is it going to be the 2 hours? We've got so much to actually find out here. It's going to be really exciting.
There's going to be a lot of reaction. So we are going to next week. Are we going to do what we planned, or are we going to do it like we do now? Are we saying something about that now, or?
Yeah, we can do, definitely. I mean, I think what we're obviously we're here and we're live tonight. What we are obviously trying to do is what you may well find is that we might in the future, kind of going forward, be pre-recording this and kind of pushing it out. And obviously keep your eyes on our Twitter feed for exactly kind of when that'll push out slot-wise in the week. You know, obviously we'll do our best to kind of make sure that it ties in with all the news and that sort of stuff. But we're effectively we're doing a little bit of more pre-records on the channel so that we can actually spend some more time gaming and bring some gaming content to the channel as well. You know, I think as we've all identified, we've all talked about in the fact that games is kind of what brings us together. It's what we get enjoyment from. It's what we're passionate about. And you know, we're striving to bring more gameplay content, and that's so keep your eyes peeled for all of those things, because obviously we will be mixing it up, you know, partly between here and you know, obviously when we do stuff like Sea of Thieves, you know, Duncan normally gets us shooting over to Twitch for our Sea of Thieves stuff, so I'm sure there'll be more of that fun. But keep your eyes peeled for kind of any updates on the cloudy Twitter.
Same content, just not live.
Yes, and I will just say, speaking of content, we are going to have Kelly in her unique style playing some games coming starting tomorrow.
Great.
Cool.
Yes,
That'll be awesome.
And I will drop this in here. No, actually, we'll save that. But there is, Kelly is starting to do lots of recording, and she is looking forward to getting this out, and hopefully she will be back next week. It's a bit difficult for Kelly to come every week, so she will be here most weeks, but she just couldn't make it today.
Is she going to be shooting stuff in the head?
Yes, she will be.
There we go. I just thought I'd ask. I thought I knew the answer, but you know.
Okay, guys. So, shall we say bye to the chat?
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.